Two daughters of the man suing actress Gwyneth Paltrow are testifying in a Utah courtroom today.
That's right. A 76-year-old retired optometrist says Paltrow violently crashed into him at a Utah resort in 2016 and then skied away. Terry Sanderson claims to have lasting injuries and is seeking $300,000 from the incident. But the actress has filed a countersuit, arguing Sanderson is the one who hit her.
So what is going on here? Rachel Fiset joins us now from Los Angeles. She's the co-founder and managing partner of the law firm ZFC LLP. Rachel, we're kind of fascinated with this story, partly because of, a well-known actress, but not everyone knows the rules of the ski slope. Meg and I do, and we want to know what you think. If Paltrow testifies, what are the benefits and potential pitfalls of that, considering each is blaming each other for hitting them? I mean, it seems like a pretty simple case.
The entire issue is going to come down to who was above the other. So the person coming down the mountain is responsible for the people below them. And that's what this entire case will come down to. They are both claiming that the other was going down the mountain and crashed into them. And so it is going to come down to the credibility of each of the parties, Sanderson and Paltrow, and those that are testifying on their behalf. And it's hard to know how Paltrow's star power will act in front of the jury and how they will view her. But she is such a big star. And if she testifies, that jury may be awestruck and just believe her.
Well, Rachel, the big question is there video, and how reliable is the witness testimony that you're referring to in this trial?
It's a case of 2016 on a ski slope where everything by nature is just going very fast. So I think the witness testimony is marginally reliable at this point. Memories fade, things were happening fast, and probably in that moment, they each blamed each other. So it's hard to say if it's reliable, but the jury is going to have to judge the credibility of each of the witnesses and how they report what they saw that day. And as far as video, Paltrow is claiming that there is a video, that there was one spoken about, but that he didn't put it in evidence. So that is a question, again, for the jury. Do they believe there was video? And if there was video, why don't they see it?
Yeah, and now it's making lots of people think, like, if you were at this resort in 2016, check your camera roll, because typically, if you get hit by someone on the ski slope, you apologize. It was the person moving into you whose fault it was. And so I'm just confused at how this escalated to such a level of injuries. And it's a civil case, not a criminal case. So what's the burden of proof anyway when it comes down to it?
So unlike a criminal case, which the prosecution would have to show beyond a reasonable doubt, here in a civil case, it's preponderance of evidence, and preponderance means anything slightly over 50%. So it's more likely than not. So the jury is just going to weigh whether it's more likely than not that Gwyneth Paltrow ran into him, caused his injuries, and did so recklessly.
All right. We will stay tuned. Rachel Fiset, thank you.
Thank you.